40 past the hour now to Venezuela, where the political crisis is mounting after last week's disputed presidential election. Thousands and thousands of Venezuelans have been taking to the street over the weekend across the country to protest the results. Venezuelan leader Nicolás Maduro told supporters some 2,000 people have already been arrested during these protests and sent to the nation's two most violent prisons. Venezuela's electoral authority, which is controlled entirely by Maduro, claims he won with 51% of the vote, 46% for opposition candidate Edmundo González Urrutia. But the opposition has posted online tally sheets they say prove that González won 67% of the vote. Maduro lost with 30%. With us now from Caracas, Ana Vanessa Herrero, reporter for the Washington Post, Ana, thank you for being with us once again. So appreciate what you do and how you do it. Now, I know that you were part of a Washington Post investigation that just published about the vote tallies put out by the opposition. What did you find?
Well, what we found is basically what the opposition has been saying, but we did this independently. As you all said, the Electoral Council says that Nicolás Maduro won with 52% of the votes, still not showing the tallies, what in Venezuela we call the actas. That's exactly what you have on screen right now. So this electoral tallies, they tell you who voted, how many votes did each candidate got in each electoral center. So what we did, we analyzed 79% of the 80% of the tallies that the opposition got during the elections night. And all of those, 97% show that the results are just outstanding for Edmundo González. We're talking about when of 67% for Edmundo González, just 30% for Nicolás Maduro. This is the center of the discussion right now, the political discussion in Venezuela. For the first time, it is not about the protests. It is not about people on the streets just asking Maduro to leave because of economic crisis or insecurity. Right now, it's a matter of showing the numbers. The opposition did a remarkable job, outstanding job, and really smart job collecting each and every tally they could get, with a lot of difficulties that we portray there in the story. And what this ended up with was an amount of tallies that come directly from the machines, the electoral machines, that show that Edmundo González could have won this elections, and still the government is not showing exactly this, the actas electorales,
okay.
The tally.
So the Maduro-controlled government elections committee was supposed to publish within 48 hours any and all of the official results. It has yet to do that even today, a week and a day after those presidential elections. Now, Maduro, in a televised rant yesterday, blamed Milei, the president of Chile, the Elon Musk, TikTok and Instagram for all kinds of different things. What's the situation like today in Caracas and throughout the country?
Well, it's still very much the same as the end of last week. We are still waiting for the Supreme Court to say something about the elections. Let's not forget that Nicolás Maduro went to the Supreme Court to ask them to intervene in this situation, and still they're not showing the numbers. And Maria Corina Machado did show up in a rally this Saturday after, for the first time after admitting that she was in hiding, fearing for her life. And we still don't have any words from her right now or from Edmundo González. We know they are guarding themselves. They're fighting for their freedom, although the Attorney General said that there are no certain arrest warrants against them. But there's a lot of tension, yet no protests. Remember that Venezuela is militarized right now. That happened immediately after Maduro was proclaimed as president, and protests erupted almost organically on Monday. So now no one is in the streets protesting. But the tension, you can feel it on the streets. You can feel it on the little stores that are still closed. They're uncertain of what's going to happen. And the international community is all asking for the same thing still. Show the numbers so that we can recognize the winner.
Ana Vanessa Herrero, the importance of a free press is always top of mind, but when you're in a place like that, I just want to applaud you, and please take care. It's important that you continue being the eyes and voice of those who maybe don't have a voice and aren't being given that voice. Ana, thank you very much. Take care of yourself.